herzlich willkommen zu GMC. Ich sitze hier gerade mit Saint Etienne. Hey guys, nice to have you here.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, we're good.
Good. Your new compilation, London Conversation, just came out earlier this year, and you did some reissues as well. Why now?
Well, I suppose we want to do CDs, and it looks like CDs are going to become sort of defunct in about 6 months. So we thought we'd like to do it before while it's still worthwhile.
Yeah, we like physical product.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really the first compilation you did, right? So.
No, this one spans every record label we've been on, so it's actually a while since the last one, isn't it? It's good 8 years, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think the last one was like when we switched record labels, they wanted to put it out, so it wasn't really our decision. I think the only one we did before was Too Young to Die, which was like 95. But we switched record labels so many times that these compilations always seem to come out.
So, how was it like looking back at your career? I mean, it's like 19 years, a long time, right?
It was good, actually. I think mainly my thing was that there was been a lot of things that I haven't listened to for a really long time, because you don't sit at home and sort of listen to your own records particularly. I don't know if you do, but I don't.
No, never.
And so you listen to these, you go, oh. And I was quite impressed with our body of work, and things that I had thought for a while were a bit, I don't know, not brilliant production-wise, a bit actually came to life and seemed to work really well. I was really pleased.
There's quite a few. I was going to say there's quite a few things we've actually forgotten existed. It's like going through these tapes from like 17, 18 years ago, and there's like a couple of things we have no recollection of recording
it's
at all.
Really amazing. You can sing a song and not remember singing it at all, not one word. That's very bizarre.
Yeah, just something.
So you mentioned you made so many records. Are there any you really dislike at the moment?
There's nothing that I dislike. That was the good thing, actually, when I listened to everything back. There was nothing that I disliked. If anything, I might have not disliked it at the time, but been a bit like, oh, that could have been better. But then, given enough time, it adds charm somehow. Time adds charm to things, that might seem a bit naive at the time, or a bit, not finished particularly well or whatever. And then, as it's charming now to me.
As I mentioned, the compilation is called London Conversation. You're obviously very London focused. What's so special about London? Do you still live there?
Well, no, I don't actually. Well, I don't live that far from London.
It's still the most cosmopolitan city, or perhaps the most cosmopolitan city in the world, and we're still very proud to have it as our capital city. It's a fantastic place.
We don't live that far away, Pete. No, we only live about an hour away from London. I was in London yesterday all day, so it's not that far away. But I think London's come a long way in the last sort of 20 years. It's become much more cosmopolitan, and it was like a magnet when I was a child, and then as soon as I was old enough to sort of go to London on a train unaccompanied, and I'd go, because for me it was the focal point of sort of fashion and music and art and things like that, and I always feel, which I still feel a bit now, when I wasn't there, that I was missing something. It's really sort of childish, but like I'm missing something important, and I feel a bit like that now sometimes.
And are you currently working on some new stuff, or do you have any plans for the future?
Yeah, we're doing an album at Berlin. No. But we did record an album here once.
Yeah.
Sound of Water. So we were here 10 years ago, spent 6 weeks recording an album here. Yeah, we're just sort of like starting to write songs. We haven't done anything for quite a while. Just been going through like old, photo albums and unreleased things, like tapes, like DATs and stuff that we'd forgotten existed.
It's quite time consuming, actually, going through the archives.
It's made us keen to start working on something new. As I say, it has been a while.
There are quite a few electro bands. They seem to be kind of inspired by your music. Are there some you're really into it? You really like at the moment?
I really like Little Boots.
I like LaRue, actually, as well.
I like LaRue as well, yeah.
But I don't know if they were inspired by, probably too, I don't know, maybe they are. No, I don't.
think Little Boomers might have mentioned us once.
Really?
The Root has.
Yeah, well, it's like this.
Yeah, France, yeah. Frank Music's from Croydon, like me and Peter from Croydon, so it's a connection with Frank Music.
Okay, so thanks for the moment and have fun tonight.
Yeah, we will.
Playing.
We will.
Thank you.
Thanks. Saint Etienne are fine.
They sound like a party on the moors.
When I listen to them, I want to die.
Too bad they're just a Falco rip-off.